Hello everyone, it's Edwin, and in today's lab, we'll be troubleshooting this this topology right here. We're going to ensure that these routers can communicate across every network and back, and we'll test it out using ping to ensure two-way connectivity. Let's dive in. So first, to make it easier again, let me just label the networks with these colors, just to make it easier to visually see. So this is one network. This is another network, and this is another network, right? Let's change it actually. Let me just delete that. Just don't want them to look the same. We'll do green, right? All right, first let's start with these over here. So let's start with router 0. We'll click on the router, go into the CLI, right? And then we will enter enable to enter privilege exec mode to get the full power of the show commands, right? And then first we'll look at these. They're not gigabit 0. Let me disable this really quick because it looks like it's overlapping. All right, perfect. All right, so we're looking at this G0/0/0 interface. So it's currently up because it doesn't have this shutdown command applied to it. And it has the correct IP address of 192.168.10.1 in a/24 subnet mask. Let's do it the same thing on router 1. First, let's actually just configure the host name. You can enter configure terminal and then the word host name followed by the actual host name. All right, and it changes it there. Do the same thing on router 1. Click it, enter the CLI, enter enable mode to get the full power of the show running config command, since you're not able to use it in user exec mode. And then we're looking at this interface right here, right? And it's configured in the same subnet as well. It looks like the second available IP address. And then let's see if there's any routes configured. Show IP route. So static route configured. So this is going to be incorrect, right? So it's going to be 24, meaning that the first 3 octets will have to match. Since none of these match, right? This won't match, this won't match. No traffic will be able to actually leave from this network to go to a different one. It's only stuck here, right? So first we'll remove this, right? And to do so, you can just conf t configure terminal and then add no. No is to remove anything in the CLI. And then let's just copy this right here. Copy, paste, and then do to execute the command. The show commands do show IP route. See, and it's no longer set. For this one, we will, because there's multiple ways of doing it. We can use the summarized network or just a regular static route. Let's do a static route, right? Or excuse me, a summarized static route. So let's do IP route 192.168.0.0. It would be like, oh, but it's the same thing as the other one. Well, I'll show you. So since it's 255.255 or /16, it means that only these two have to match. So this network right here, the pink one and the green one, would be able to now, router 0 will not have a route to it because it has to match just the first two. The next two can be changed. They can be from 0 to 255, and these fall into that range. See? Yeah, that's just network summarization. It allows you to use one IP route or add one route to the routing table instead of adding two. One for the 192.168.20.0 network and the 192.168.30.0 network. So it allows you to basically kill two birds with one stone, right? And then we'll just do the next hop. Like we said in the other video, it's like when you're in class and you have to pass a note to Lily. All you know is that you can pass it to Ashley, which in this case would be G0/0/0 interface right here. It will get to Lily, whether that be Lily be the pink, the pink one or the green one. All you know is if I pass it here, I know it's gonna get to its destination, right? So we can just add 192.168.10.2, and it is now there, right? So then let's go into router 1. Let's do the show IP route. It has a static route configured for, again, network summarized, it looks like it. The /16 via just means the next hop, 192.168.20.2. So it says if I send it to you, I know I'll be able to get to wherever I need to go, right? So let's just test connectivity on router 0 using ping. So right now, let's just put it right here. Ping 192.168.20.2. And then let's just wait to see if they go. Okay, so they did not go. Let's see. Show IP route. Static. 10.2. Let's see if router 2 has a way to communicate back to router 0. And let's change the host name first. Conf t hostname router 2. Right. Exit. Show IP route to show the routing table. It does not, right? So let's configure that. So it would be able to reach there, but it wouldn't be able to come back. It would just stay there, right? So let's go into configure terminal to add the route, IP route 192.168.10.0. Remember, this is the destination where we're trying to go, right? We're trying to reach this network over here. And then we'll do 255.255.255 because that's the subnet mask of this network. And then remember, if I hand it off to you, I know it's going to get to its destination. So we can just add this IP address right here as the next hop, 192.168.20.1, right? Let's try the ping one more time to see if it, wrong one. All right. See, now it works, right? So we've confirmed two-way communication from router 0 to router 2. Right, now let's just do the final route, the final network to see. All right, click on the CLI of router 3. First, let's change the host name using enable to enter privileged exec mode, and then conf t for global config mode. And then let's just change the host name. Three, exit, show IP route to look at the routing table. And static, so it has one, two, this network right here, right? It says 192.168.20.0, which is this network, the pink one, via next hop address of this one right here. So it can communicate with this one, but it doesn't have a way to communicate with the blue one. So let's just add that. So we'll go into config terminal or global config mode, IP route 192.168.10.0. which is just the destination of where we're trying to get to, 255.255.255.0, right? And then the next hop, which is just if I get it to you, I know you'll be able to get it to Lily over here, router 0, right? 192.168.30.1, right? And then let's just confirm it using show IP route. Perfect. Now it has the static route for this network as well as this network. Now let's try to ping them. So ping 192.168.10.1 to see if we are able to. And we are successful in having two-way communication, right? And just to give you a better visualization of that happening, let's do it in simulation mode right here. Just expand this really quick. We'll play really quick. And then we'll just do the ping on router 3 to router 0. Right, router 3 sends it to router 2 because it knows if I send it to you, you can get it to where it needs to be. Router 2 does the same thing with router 1. Router 1 then sends it back to router 0, where it's supposed to be at, right? Router 1's like, okay, let me write whatever I need to write in the node, and let me send it back to Edwin, right? It's coming back. Now it's in Ashley's hands, and now it's back in my hands. And I can read whatever's in the node, right? And that is just confirming two-way communication. So now we've successfully allowed routers to communicate across different subnets, confirming full connectivity using ping and two-way communication. That's all. Have a good rest of the day.